Alright, welcome back to Duty's Daggers. It's unboxing time. And you might think you're having deja vu, but I assure you, you are not. Because I just filmed a video unboxing this same knife. Not the same knife, but the exact same knife. If you know what I mean. Let's just get it open, and then we'll explain things. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Look down there right now. You packaged this very, very well. Thanks, buddy. It's always much appreciated. Come on. There we go. Bam! Yep. Are you seeing double? So, I recently unboxed at McNee's on the channel. It was a knife that was lent to me by a friend. And it's right here. As soon as I flicked this thing, I knew that I wanted to have one. I was pretty sure before. In fact, at the beginning of the year, I told myself that one of my goals for the year was to get a McNee's Mac 2. So I finally, was able to get one in hand. And turns out I love it, of course. As soon as I flipped it, I knew I had to have one. I talked to my buddy Jason. He said, I actually have a friend that's selling one right now. And that friend was another acquaintance named Brett. And I, couldn't really afford it. I had to sell a couple knives, but it was one of those things that was a must. There was no choice. I had to do it. So I bought myself one as well. Yes. Oh, baby. Whoop. Holy shit. All right, let's get this out of the way real quick. Now, I'm noticing a difference, and that is the edges of the jigging looks like they've been polished a little bit on this one. I'll have to ask him what exactly that is. And the blade finish looks a little different too. The stonewash looks a little heavier on this one here. I'll have to ask him and see what the difference is. I mean, they both look really good. I like how the edges kind of... It's almost like it had the same finish as this one, but then they just took like some very light abrasive and touched the top of it. This also has the milled titanium deep carry clip on it. Wow, that thing is beefy. Look at that. Damn. The stock clip I actually really didn't dislike at all. It went in the pocket easy, and it barely... just that little corner was sticking out. It really was not an issue for me. This deep carry clip sits a little further off the scale, which might interfere with ergonomics. We'll see. Just gripping the knife, though, I don't think so. But, I could always throw the stock one back on if I feel like it. It's right in here. I think it also has, it also has skiffs in it as well. Now, another difference is the D10. This one's a little stronger. Really nice and snappy. Same unbelievable fall shut. Zero blade play. Man. This thing is just... It's so ready to go to work. It's one of those knives where you're just like, man, I just want to just beat it up. I just want to freaking just beat it up, dude. Yeah, both look really nice. Man, that thing snaps. You know, one thing with these is you can really easily increase your lock bar pressure. If you want a little bit of a stiffer D10 on these things, just take them apart, bend in the lock bar slightly, just do it a little bit at a time until it's perfect. And then if you do it too much and you want to actually bend it back out, you can do it with the knife assembled because there's no over treble stop. You can just go ahead and bend it a little bit until you get it right perfectly where you want it. In fact, if this was mine, if I owned this one, I probably would do that. Because this one is nice. Very nice. But this one's just slightly snappier. Just as falls shut. God damn. Both perfectly centered. Man. This is my favorite version of the knife that I've ever seen. A lot of them look real nice. But this jigged one just looks so good. So freaking good. Oh. So this one I'm going to send back to Byron. And this one is mine. I cannot believe it. This is a knife that more than likely will always be in my possession. It's one of those, you know? Sometimes you get a knife that that speaks to you so much that it's just you know that you're probably never going to sell it, you know? And things change. I've said that before about knives that I ended up selling. So, you know, who knows? But right now, that's the feeling I get is this is a knife that that I could keep forever. You know, I like how they have the American flag too. You know, I mean, you guys know there's something special about carrying a knife that's made in your own country, and it just feels different when you carry that knife, and it's just a reminder when you look at it and see the flag there that you're like, yeah, good old American-made knife. No need to do the cut test video again. And if you want to see this thing cut, go watch it. I did a full cut test video with this one here, and it did really surprisingly well. The way this thing is ground, it's really thin till about right here, and up here it starts getting thick and then gets really thick. I mean, you can just look at the tip and see how thick it is. Very, very thick tip. But it's ground that way so that you could slice. You could use this for slicing, and it slices really nicely. And then you have a really strong, super strong tip. I mean, I would not be worried about this tip snapping at all. I would feel completely comfortable jamming this into some wood and wrenching it back and forth. In fact, I'd probably be more worried about something happening in pivot than the tip breaking. That tip is not going anywhere. I mean, look at it compared to, like, you know, the Shaman has a thick blade stock, right? And it gets pretty thick at the tip. Look how much thicker. Well, actually, you know what? It looks... Yeah, the Macnese is way thicker. The spine is about the same at the tip, but the way that it's ground up here is just, it's really thick. In fact, probably the best way to show you is just get the calipers. And we'll do some measuring. So back here, I can't remember, I already measured it. It's something tiny. Yeah, 10 thousandths. And we'll slowly move up. Here it is 10 thousandths still. Go up a little bit, we're at 10 still. Now we're up here, it starts getting thick. We go up to 13. And then, come on. 17. And then all the way up here at the tip, it's really thick, 27 thousandths. So it actually makes a pretty quick jump. It's like gradual, gradual, and then this last half inch is like boom. So, you know, and during the cut test, I thought that would be a hindrance for utility cutting or things where you want to kind of start at the tip and then rock backward on the edge. But it didn't. It really was not. You could kind of feel it was thick as you initially pressed in, but as soon as you started rocking back at all, just the thinness took over, and just it just cut really well. So I think it's a really cool blade. It reminds me a little bit of the Benchmade Mini Adamas blade, but it's way better because the Mini Adamas blade, it's shaped similar, but it stays like this thickness all the way back. It's like really thick for the whole way. This is probably around the same thickness at the tip, but this one thins out. So, and the sharpening tool is done pretty well too. Definitely have separation there. That's really nice. That edge bevel hasn't widened at all. Really, really nice. This thing is sharp too. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, man. All right, on the video. Man, big thanks to Brett who sold me this. Big thanks to Byron who lent me this one. I'm just so happy that I finally have gotten to experience McNeese, and now I own one. So this was my big purchase before, this is going to be my only big purchase before Blade Show Atlanta. After this, I'm really starting to save up and gear towards that. So this will tide me over till Blade Show. All right, like the video, please. Helps me out a lot, and I'll see you soon.